watching a video a friend sent me, Speaker's Corner. There must be young men surrounding her, threatening her, and it was pretty horrible to see, really. A couple of questions. If you're real men, as Muslim men, why do you feel you have to surround one? If you're so strong, and why do you feel you have to be surrounding a woman? And I think people really need to see there's been an invasion, an Islamic invasion of Hyde Park Speaker's Corner, and that invasion has to stop. So I'm calling on all Englishmen everywhere in Britain, every British man, every Englishman who is proud of their country, to make it a regular itinerary to Speaker's Corner, so that it's not 95% Muslim at Hyde Park, but that it's a variety of people. So please, how to defend the faith, train yourself, look at their apologists, see what they do, so that you can deal with them, come out. Don't just go in there not prepared, prepare yourself, because they know there's stuff like apologies. For every today, so whether you agree, she has a right to free speech, where you can kill people, attack people, threaten people. It's a Western country where you have the freedom of speech, or we're supposed to have the freedom of speech. Now the police did the right thing, they needed to protect her. It was getting very, very dangerous, it was getting out of hand. And they did the right thing, they was wise in what they did. So fair play to the police, they did a good job this time. They protected her. But we've got to take back the park. British people have got to take back Hyde Park from Islam. Islam has invaded Hyde Park and has taken over Hyde Park. There's been an Islamic invasion, and it's got to end. So I'm calling on all British men and English men to go down there, a woman and women, to be bullied by 100 Muslim men. So I'm asking all British men and all English men, if you're proud of your country, if you're proud of your Christian heritage, get to know your faith, get to know the Islamic apologists so you can defeat them. Go to Answering Islam, study the material there, learn how to defend the faith, trust. Go to Desiring God Ministries, Sermon Audio, Sermon Index, Sermon Audio, Sermon Index, Dr. Martin Lloyd Jones Recording Trust, Desiring God Ministries, Legionnaire Ministries, R.C. Sproul, and Grace to You. Go and get yourself prepped, and go to Apologetics Press, Christian Think Tank, and get prepped up and get ready and invade Speaker's Corner and take it back, because there's been an Islamic invasion. I'm calling for all British men, 200 English men that'll surround her and protect her, because what we saw today was absolutely disgraceful. May it never happen again. So I'm calling all British men, all English men, to get down there on a regular basis. Okay? We're not, as my friend says, we're not invading Speaker's Corner, we're retaking it. They've invaded it, they've taken over it, and they shouldn't have taken over it. That Speaker's Corner is not for Islam, that is for everybody. That Speaker's Corner is for everybody, whether you're Jew, black, white, whether you're gay, whether you're not gay, whoever you are, everybody has a right to free speech at that Speaker's Corner. It is not for Islam. And there was at least 95% Muslims there. There was at least, altogether, at least 200 or 300 Muslims, and maybe 30, 40 people that weren't Muslims. And it's not for Islam. Speaker's Corner is not for Islam. It's been taken over, it's been invaded by Muslims. And it's about time that we took it back. We're not having it. We're not allowing Speaker's Corner to be captured by Islam. So I'm calling on all British men, and I'm calling on all English men to get prepped up. Whether you agree with Hatun or not, she has a free right to free speech. Yeah, Britain, you have a right to free speech. The woke mob, the woke brigade, the liberal left, the lefties, far left. As I said, Speaker's Corner is not for Islam, it's for everybody. And Islam has invaded Speaker's Corner. When it comes to the point where over 100 young Muslim men are surrounded, so it's time to wake up, British people. It's time to wake up, Englishmen. And it's time to go down and defend your country and defend your heritage. There should be at least 200 British men down there ready to defend the faith and defend anybody who's being attacked. At least 200 every week. Alright? So please pass this on. It's time to defend your country. It's time to defend your land against far left nut jobs, against the woke brigade, against the Twitterati, and against political Islam. It's time that you woke up and defended your country. Stop sitting on your backside, moaning about things. A woman was surrounded by 100 Muslim men today. Get down there and be a man and protect her and defend her. And show these Muslim invaders that they can't be doing that, right? It's called free speech. If you don't like it, don't lump it, you know what I mean? If you can't take it, don't go to the park. If you can't take it, go home. If you can't take it, some of you who are here illegally should go back from where you came from. Yeah, because in our country, we have free speech. In Britain, we have free speech. And if you don't like it, then go back where you came from, all right? Some of you might say, well, that's incendiary. Well, some of them people down there are illegal immigrants causing trouble down there. We have free speech, right, in our country. We're sick to death of the far left, namby-pamby far left, sick to death of the woke brigade and the Twitterati and all the media that are always denigrating our country, denigrating our Christian heritage, surrounded by a lot of... No, it's time to speak. It's time to speak our mind. It's time to speak the mind. It's time to speak the mind. It's an Islamic invasion, and that's the way it is. 95% of the people at Speaker's Corner are Muslim, and they're young Muslim men, and they're aggressive young Muslim men, and some of them are asylum seekers, and they shouldn't be there, and they're causing trouble, and they're not being checked for their papers, they're being aggressive. So what they've done, what the government have done with all what they've been tampering, trying to nation build with all this stuff, what they've done is they've created at Speaker's Corner a little Somalia, haven't they? It's a little Somalia where you can't have free speech, where a gang of Islamic youths can surround you, threaten you. Little Somalia, innit? Yeah. Well, Britain ain't Somalia. Britain is Britain. Britain is a land of free men and free women. Yeah, that is our country. That is what Britain's all about. We have freedom of speech. We have freedom, and the governments are taking it away. The politicians are taking it away. The media are taking it away. Political Islam's taking it away. The far left are taking it away. They're taking it away. Well, I'm sorry, we're having our freedoms. We're not having our freedoms taken away. We're not having it taken away anymore. All right, you're not taking our freedoms away without a fight. And there's a fight to be had at Speaker's Corner. There's a fight to be had at Speaker's Corner. It's invaded by Muslims. They've invaded Speaker's Corner. 95% of them are Muslim. So I'm calling all British men and all British women, get down there and invade, and not invade, but take back what is ours. That is British soil, that is British land, and that's our land. It's not there for Islam to take over and to promote, for people to be bullied and escorted out by the police. It's not there for Islam. It's there for everybody. It's there for Jew, Hindu, Sikhs, Muslims, Christians, atheists. It's even there for asylum seekers if they want free speech. Yeah? It's there for everybody, but it's not there. Hundreds of Islamic youths to go down there and invade it and bully everybody out of the park who they don't like because they can't take it on the chin. They can't take intellectual debate. I'm going to be debating Ijaz Hamid, and I'm going to be debating him intellectually. I'm going to have argument and debate, and that's how it should be done. And when I debate him, I'm not going to be derogatory to him. I'm going to be respectful to him. He might be derogatory to me, but I won't be to him. I'll be respectful to him. Yeah, so I'm saying some hard things, some controversial things. I'm fully aware of that. No problem about that. But maybe it has to be said. Maybe something has to be said to shake you up, to make you realize that it is not acceptable in a modern British society for a woman who is small and defenseless to be surrounded by a mob of baying Muslim men who want to do her harm. It is not acceptable in any country, in any nation, and it's definitely not acceptable in Britain, all right? Not acceptable. If that had been a gay person, they'd been on BBC News by now. If that had been a Muslim, it'd be on BBC News. If that had been an asylum seeker, it'd have been on BBC News. Yeah? If that had been a police officer, it'd have been on BBC News. That had been a far lefty, that had been on BBC News. But because it's a Christian, nowhere even mentioned on the news. Not mentioned anywhere. Yeah, it'd be all hush hush. No big deal. But if it had been anybody else, far lefty, Antifa, BLM, you name it, some media personality, some gay person, whatever, it'd be all over BBC. It'd be all big news. 100 fundamentalist Christians surrounded gay person. Police had to escort them out. Or Muslim asylum seeker. Or 100 Christians surrounded. Or 100 nationalists surrounded him. And police had to escort him out. Big news, wasn't it? But Christian, because why? Because we've thrown our Christian heritage under a buzz. We're doing our far lefty, wokey, Twitterati. Let's go down there and globalization, all that nonsense. Let's forget Christianity, throw it under a buzz. Yeah? Well, I'll tell you what, you can't bully anybody. It's not right to bully anybody. I hate bullies. Don't bully anybody. It's not right to bully anybody. Treat people with respect. Wherever you're from, whatever you're from, treat people with respect. You might not agree with what they say, but you're a bigger man. You're a bigger woman if you can just take it on the chin and debate them and discuss. But you're not a man or a woman if you surround them and goad them, and there's about 100 of you, and you want to attack a defenseless person. What kind of man are you? What kind of man are you? You look at your history as Muslim men, and there have been battles where you've been fighting with swords and horses and all the rest of it. And now, is that what you want to do? Is that your heritage? Because I tell you what, you've pushed it now. You've pushed it now, Muslim young man. You've pushed it now. You've pushed it now. You've pushed it now. Because I tell you what, stream after stream after stream is coming down to Hyde Park. You've met your match. You can't push British people about and think you can get away with it. All right. And the Brits are coming. The Brits are coming to Speaker's Corner. You're going to see what real British men are like. Yeah, I'm in Ghana. I can't be there. But if I could be there, I'd be there like a shot next week. I'll be there standing next to Hatun. I'd be there if she was a Hindu. I'd be there if she was a Muslim. I'd be there if she was an atheist. I'd be there if she was a lesbian. It's not whether she's a Christian or not. It's the fact that she's a defenseless woman. I'd be there, whatever her faith was, whatever her belief was, I'd be there standing by her side to protect her right to have freedom of speech. Lesbian, transgender, whatever it is, whatever your views are, if you'd experienced that 100 Muslim men surrounding you, if I could be there, I'd be there by your side defending your right to freedom of speech. Even if you were a Muslim woman and it was 100 other men that surrounded you and bullied you out, I'd be there. Next week, I'd be there if I could, standing by your side, because it's not right. Even if I disagreed with you, even if I didn't agree with some of the things you said, I'd still be there. Because a man protects women. A real men stand by women. Real men stand by women. They don't en masse like 100 men surround one woman. That's not being a man. Right? I grew up in a Muslim area, yeah, and I can tell you when I look back as a child, I met some real Muslim men, real men, real men that are honourable. So you generation of young Muslims that are going down there doing what you did, you're not real Muslim men. You're not representing your faith well. All right. So man up. Stop what you're doing, Muslim men. You need to pull back, and you need to let your apologies deal with Hatun. Let your apologies deal with Hatun. Yeah? Let your apologies deal with Hatun. You don't have to go in all guns blazing, threatening her and all the rest of it. Yeah? But you've now sparked something, because people have seen what you've done, and now people are going to go down to Hyde Park and they're going to defend defenseless women. So you better watch out. You better watch out, because there are real men in Britain, real men. Yeah? You don't want to mess with real men. Men who will defend women, not allow. All right? So you older Muslim men who are in your 50s and 60s, you need to get a hold of these young men and pull them back and sort them out and talk to them. Yeah? You need to have a chat with them. And you police officers, you need to stand at the edge of the park and you need to check whether some of these people are asylum seekers or not. Because some of them are bringing an attitude that is not British to Hyde Park Speaker's Corner. Because in Britain, we respect each other and we allow freedom of speech. Yeah? So there's obviously some group down there that don't have British values that are causing this aggravation. So you need to check people's papers and check whether they're properly British or not. Yeah, you need to have cameras there, filming them and checking, and then those that were there that this week with Hatun, gold dinner, you want to get them on camera, and then you want to, when they go there next week, you want to sweep on them and kick them out of the park. Say, no, go. We don't want you in the park. And keep the park nice and peaceful. And any British man goes down there because of me, don't be violent. I'm not asking you to be violent. I'm asking you to go down there and defend the faith. But I'm also asking you to watch out for women who are being abused, to be ready to stand by their side and to protect them. All right. God bless you. Love to everybody out there. Let's respect one another. Let's promote understanding, debate and discussion, intellectual argument, debate and discussion. That's what it's all about at the park. And let's calm it down and let's be peaceful and be respectful. But if you continue to abuse like that, then people will have to defend the right of defenseless women. And it won't go well for you, because the British men are men of valor and men of honor. And when they stand up for their country, they will stand up for their country. So don't mess about like that again. You've been warned, so back off, calm everything down, and just get on with debate and discussion. All right? God bless you. Love to everybody out there, and God be with you. Take care.